What's up guys, it's your future nurse Clark here and welcome back to another episode of Dissection. Today, we will be talking about the kidneys in the human body, which includes their interior and exterior structures and functions, through dissecting a pig's kidney which is anatomically similar to the human kidneys. Furthermore, we will also be talking about the blood flow and the formation of urine in the kidneys. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
Kidneys are known to be two bean-shaped organs that serve as internal sensors in the human body. Their major role in the body is to dispose the waste products and convert them into urine. They also have roles in regulating electrolyte balance, number of fluids in the body, detecting waste in the blood, and releasing vitamins, minerals, and hormones needed in the body. Let's start with the external structures of the kidney. The kidney is covered with three protective layers, which includes the renal fascia, adipose capsule, and renal capsule. The renal fascia can be seen in this type of kidney, but its function is to anchor the kidney and adrenal gland. Next is the adipose capsule. It is the middle layer which cushions the kidney against blows. Lastly, the renal capsule is the deep layer of the kidney which is composed of collagen and elastin, which encloses the kidney. The kidney also contains vessels which include the renal artery, renal vein, and the ureter. The renal artery is the one that supplies blood into the kidney. Next is the renal vein where the blood exits from the kidneys. Lastly, the ureters are passageways that carries the urine from the kidneys to the bladder. Now that we've discussed about the external structures of the kidneys, let's move on to its internal structures, where we will start dissecting the kidney. In dissecting the kidney, cut the kidney in half lengthwise from the side. Do not continue cutting until you have checked and are sure of the correct direction of your cut. Now that we've cut open the kidney, let's discuss first the three main regions of the kidneys, which include the renal cortex, renal medulla, and the renal pelvis. The renal cortex is the solid-looking outer region of the kidney, which is light in color that contains small arteries and veins which carry the blood to and from approximately 1 million nephrons which are located in the cortex in each kidney. Nephrons are composed of the renal corpuscle which serves as the kidney's filtration units. This is where the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule are located. Next region is the renal medulla, located deep to the cortex, which is a darker reddish-brown area which has a main function in regulating the concentration of the urine. It includes the cone-shaped renal pyramids, which are the fibrous or striped triangular zones in the medulla that contain the collecting ducts, which collect urine from the kidney tubules of the nephrons in the cortex. Between these pyramids are the renal columns that contain middle-sized arteries and veins, which carry the blood between the nephrons in the cortex and the renal artery and vein. Lastly, the renal pelvis, which is a hollow area that is located in the center of the kidney. It is the tube through which the urine flows from the kidney to the urinary bladder. The large end of the pelvis has extensions called calyces within the kidney, which are cavities in which urine collects before it flows into the urinary bladder. Now let's discuss the pathway of the blood through the kidneys. The process starts from the aorta going to the renal artery, where the unfiltered blood enters. The renal artery then divides into segmental arteries. The unfiltered blood then flows along the spaces between the renal pyramids, which are known as the renal columns. The blood vessels in the renal column are known as the interlobal arteries. The interlobar artery then splits off into the base of the renal pyramid, which is known as the arcuate arteries, after which it will further branch off into the renal cortex of the kidney, which are called as the cortical radiate arteries. The The cortical radiate arteries then go to small arterioles known as the afferent arteriole. After the afferent arteriole, the unfiltered blood goes to the glomerulus, or specifically the glomerular capillary bed, which is the site of the filtration and urine formation. When the wastes are filtered, the blood exits through the afferent arteriole. It then goes to the peritubular capillaries that supplies blood to the proximal and distal convoluted tubules and the collecting duct. After which, the blood goes to the cortical radiate veins. It then passes through the arcuate veins at the base of the renal pyramids. This leads the blood going back to the renal columns in the interlobal veins, then goes into the renal veins, sending the filtered blood to the inferior vena cava. In terms of urine formation, there are three steps that occur, namely the glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and tubular secretion. During the glomerular filtration, the filtrate that comes from water and solutes that are smaller than proteins are being forced through the capillary walls of the glomerular capsule and into the renal tubule. During tubular reabsorption, essential substances such as water, glucose, amino acids, and essential ions are being transported out of the filtrate into the tubule cells. It then enters the capillary blood. Lastly, during the tubular secretion, hydrogen and potassium ions, including creatinine and drugs, are removed from the peritubular blood and is secreted by the tubule cells into the filtrate. The secreted ions and the filtrate then form the urine, after which the urine flows out of the nephron tubule into the collecting duct which descends between the cortex and medulla. It then goes to the ureter, which leads the urine down into the urinary bladder.
So that concludes the anatomy and physiology of the human kidneys through dissecting a pig's kidney. Hope you guys learned something from the video, and make sure to stay tuned for the next dissecting episode. This is your future nurse Clark. Peace.